Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hey.
It's a different location today because we kind of got snowed in for a little bit. So we're in a hotel for right now because our work put us up in a hotel room. But today we've got the start of, well, I know it's really late actually, but it's Forward Film February. And I know, guys, it's really late. But what we're doing today is Train to Busan.
Yeah.
So, Train to Busan is a
2016 South Korean zombie film directed by Yeon Sang-ho. Guys, just bear with us. We're not South Korean.
We're probably not going to be able to pronounce these names very well.
Yeah.
So, we'll just kind of refer to most of them by their attributes in the film.
So, the film mostly takes place on a KTX from Seoul to Busan as a zombie apocalypse suddenly outbreaks in the country. Yeah. The film had a budget of $8.5 million and grossed $98.5 million at the box office.
You'll have to excuse us. The first lady has a bit of a gas, but
all right.
Hi, everybody.
So, the movie begins with the main character and his daughter, and the main character's daughter is really sad about her mom, and they are
because main character lives in Seoul, South Korea, while her mom lives in Busan, and those are actually the two biggest cities in South Korea.
And so main character also happens to be this fund manager, and he accidentally gives the funding to the research facility, which releases the bioweapon that causes the zombie apocalypse.
Yep, and starts a zombie outbreak by accident.
So it all moves very, very quickly because, as we said, they basically get on this train and they're going to be heading.
And it's basically that from there. So basically, what happens is that we think that they're safe on this train as there's literal zombies actually coming in to the station as they're getting onto the train. And there's this really cool silent jump scare in the film. Unfortunately, we can't really show much clips of this, guys, because of the fact that it's an international film and international copyright gets very tricky very fast.
Yes, it does. But there's a few others than just main character and main character's daughter. There's train conductor guy.
His sole purpose in the film is to conduct the train. Then there's, as I like to refer to, the asshole CEO.
Yeah. There's baseball team captain and his friends, and baseball team captain's crush.
Yeah. Then there's also this really cool guy that I like, guys. He's so awesome that he's literally my favorite character other than main character guy because of how awesome he is.
That guy is, he has a wife, and that guy is essentially like zombie hero guy because
he really is zombie
hero guy in every zombie film.
He basically represents the zombie hero guy in a zombie film, and he's awesome. We'll talk about him later, but yeah, there's that on the train. And then basically they're on from there. And so basically before that, there's this homeless guy that gets stowed away on the train. And he's basically saying that everyone is dead, basically.
Because he's sort of basically a survivor.
Yeah, of the zombie apocalypse that just happened in Seoul. There's also this other person. There's also this woman that got bit that also stumbles onto the train. And basically she kind of just dies, she sleeps with the fishes, right? But then quickly is reanimated as a zombie. Once you get bit by a zombie in the Train to Busan universe, it's basically instant.
It happens, the transformation, in a couple of minutes. So, like you said, the the lady came on the train, and she's the one that basically starts the whole thing, because from there,
on the train,
it kind of escalates.
Because a lady person that's a train assistant kind of comes to help her, but then the lady kind of just says, "I'm going to nom on your neck now that I'm a zombie."
And selfish CEO guy is also selfish zombie survivor.
Yeah, he's that zombie. He's that zombie survivor stereotype that's basically just wants
because
to
they
be by
managed
himself.
time and time again to avoid the zombies. And main
Yeah.
characters kind of was going to basically be selfish zombie survivor guy, but he kind of has a little bit of a redeemer arc.
Yeah, it basically happens after, and we're kind of like fast forwarding along here, but it basically happens after main character guy gets a phone call from his mom, and basically he hears her turn into a zombie over the phone, and it's kind of a sad moment. It's kind of like that, like switch within him because he was very selfish and kind of just like just basically wants to protect only himself and his daughter, and then now he's like, okay, I realize that I'm being selfish and I got to protect everyone. And it really comes to fruition when zombie hero guy and main character guy and baseball team captain guy all kind of like get separated from the others after they reach a train station in which they were going to be quarantined, but turns out that there were zombies there. And then the zombies are like, hey, let's go nom nom on some of these people.
Yeah, and we can't forget about the two old lady sisters because they're kind of important too. Because one old lady sister gets separated from the others, and she's kind of with baseball team captain guy.
No,
and the
she's
rest
with
of them.
she's with the pregnant lady
And so
main character guy's daughter.
So old lady sister, she ends up turning into a zombie too, and then the other old lady sister's like, you know what? I really miss my sister.
That doesn't happen. We haven't gotten to that part yet.
I know, but I'm fast forwarding a little bit because I want to talk about it. Because she's like, you know what? I miss my sister. I'm just going to open the door and let all the zombies in so I can have one last moment with her. And she lets them all in.
And also, referring to other zombie media like Night of the Living Dead, Train to Busan is also kind of a political film as well. Because at one point they said, or the old lady sister said that people just riot over anything. Back in the old days, they'd be re-educated, referring to the old dictatorship that South Korea was under before the political reform of the 80s.
Yeah, we're not really going to talk about South Korea at the moment because it's kind of going through a bit of a political turmoil as we speak.
Yeah. But also, it's the response from the government and the lack of response from the government that kind of also is like shows how they would treat their citizens in this situation.
So another really cool part, though, is the train speeding along towards Busan when a zombie is attached to the train, and then another, and then another.
Oh yeah,
and
that
another,
doesn't happen
and
until
another.
near the end of the film. So basically, like I said, they stop at this one station. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the station, by the way, because again, I don't know if you know, we're not South Korean. We're not going to be able to pronounce these names.
Right.
We're barely able to pronounce Seoul and Busan right. So.
And may not actually be doing it right.
Yeah. So anyways, they basically stop at this train station, and they were going to be quarantined there, but then it turns out they're zombies, so they get back onto the train station, and the main group of survivors that are left get separated in 3 separate cars. And so, basically, main character guy and zombie hero guy and baseball captain guy, they all basically said, all right, let's go rescue our girls first, right? And so they basically get into a fistfight brawl with zombies. This is why I told you you're gonna like zombie survivor guy, because he like straight up punches a zombie in the face to save his wife at multiple points in the film. It straight up just goes. He gets into a fist fight brawl with zombies.
And it's because the selfish zombie survivor guy, aka also evil CEO guy, who actually didn't have nothing to do with it. We established that the main character was the one that accidentally was responsible for it. This guy, though, multiple times. Okay, they go through all that he says. They get to the ladies. Then this guy's like, yeah, they're one of them. Look at his eyes. What?
Because he straight up says after they finally are able to get in, he punches CEO guy in the face, and he's like, we could have saved him. Why did you do it?
So, but one by one, even zombie hero guy gets bit.
Yeah, he gets bit trying to save his wife and main character guy. And then basically it happens that they're in another train station because of train derailment, and evil CEO guy accidentally kills the train conductor, by the way, during all the chaos of this. And then main character guy and the pregnant wife and his daughter are all running towards the train and get on. But then, like I said, Dad was describing it, a zombie latches on, and then another one, and another one, and another one. And eventually, it's like they're trying to make a zombie ladder, and main character guy kind of like kicks the zombies' hands off because, the zombies are trying to nom on them.
Yeah.
And so somehow, between he got bit during when he had his ankle get broken, right? He sprained his ankle and stuff, and that happened. CEO guy, and he got bit during that part. And so basically, when main character guy opens the door, he sees that he's bit and he's turning into a zombie. And so the main character guy is like, okay, and then he like gets into another fist fight brawl, but he winds up getting bit by the evil COO guy, and it's a very heart-wrenching ending, actually. Because
it actually is,
because his daughter's crying for him not to go and stuff, but he knows he has to. And then the final moments of him being alive, of what's left of his humanity, he's remembering the birth of his daughter, and that's like the happiest moment of his life. And then he kind of like falls off of the train.
And so in the end, it's only the pregnant girl. The pregnant wife of the zombie hero guy, and the little girl of the main character that end up surviving the whole thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of There's a lot of named characters in the movie that actually do wind up sleeping with the fishes.
But it's a very fast, very fast-paced thrill ride. It's
it's only like 2 hours long.
It's a thrill a minute, guys. It is nonstop. The zombie transformations in the film are really well done, and the way they presented the whole zombie transformation in the first place is really well done. The landscapes are beautifully picturesque, and you kind of get this sense of urgency since the whole thing takes place on a train.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The whole thing takes place on this train. So,
yeah, except for a few key locations.
Solid writing, solid acting. I give mad respect to all the Korean actors that were in the film. I can't pronounce your names, but y'all did a wonderful job. The director did a wonderful job. Mm-hmm. Cinematography, top notch. Even the soundtrack really helped drive it. The pulse pounding soundtrack that made you feel like you were in for the thrill of your life. And when you watch this film, guys, you will indeed be for the thrill of your life. So, final rating for Train to Busan, 5 out of 5. What say you?
Also 5 out of 5. It's one of the best zombie films out there. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it.
You can find it on Tubi and various other streaming services.
As well
when you do watch it, you more than likely want to watch the subbed version with English subtitles.
Yeah,
and not the English dub version, because it's just going to not work out very well.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, stay tuned, because the next one in Foreign Film February, and we're going to do this probably Saturday or Sunday. This is a Thursday. So probably Sunday morning, expect the review for a request that we've already gotten, Old Boy.
And yeah, it's because of that request that we kind of say, you know what, let's do Foreign Film February, because it was because of that where I was like, Dad, we should also do Train to Busan.
So with that being said, guys, there isn't anything left to say except peace and love from Denny and Son. Bye.